Yo, what is up you guys? It is Trev back at it again with yet another Skyblock video. I don't know if you guys have seen my last video. I kind of complained about the lag in PokeFind Skyblock. And to be honest, I was complaining a lot more than just the lag, but I kind of condensed it down to the main topic, which was the lag. But anyways, I think they went and fixed that. So we're gonna play some PokeFind Skyblock. I have a very cool idea for this episode. I've actually been meaning to do it for a while, just haven't gone around to doing it yet. But we're going to be doing a top 10 best looking, most OP, most useful, best Pokemon in PokeFind Skyblock. So yeah, sounds pretty cool, right? We're going to be going down, starting with number 10, then going down to number 1. Let me know what you guys think about my list, and maybe leave your own in the comments, or let me know what you guys think about my list. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the episode. So coming in number 10, we have the present Pokemon, I think. We have DELIBIRD. He is a pretty cool Pokemon, very unique in a Minecraft situation. So how you use it, obviously you can show its borders, which he has pretty huge borders. Obviously you have his stats, his level, then you can withdraw him. But what really sets him apart from most Pokemon is its settings. You can see, you can set its from and to settings. So let's say I wanted to transfer one items from the bottom chest into we set the to location of this chest. It's going to transfer these items into those. As you can see, it's transferring the items from one chest into the other. So this is useful with AFK farms mostly. When your chest's overfilled, you can use DELIBIRDs to move the items out of the chest into another storage area. But other than just transferring items, he actually does not do that much besides transferring items, and that's why I put him at number 10. Alrighty, so coming in at number 9, we have the GHASTLY evolution line. Now, these guys are pretty cool. I love these guys. What they actually do is spawn mobs. He's very simple to use. Just throw him down and he's gonna work. Obviously, you need to be careful about his border, which is huge. But mostly, he kind of just drops the mobs in the middle. But yeah, GHASTLY, Haunter, and Gengar all spawn mobs at a ridiculously fast rate. Even GHASTLY does. It's ridiculous how much they actually can spawn and how much mob drops you can actually gain from just dropping them to their death. Which is what I have here. I have a little water system, kind of just throwing them down into a place of hoppers down there, which you can see down there. And then we have some DELIBIRDs down there, as you can see. Those are number 10 Pokemon. Those are transferring stuff into Snorlax. But yeah, this is a very good way to get gunpowder, pretty much every single mob drop by actually killing witches, which Gengars and I think pretty much all of them do. All of them spawn every single mob. There you go, you got some witches. But they actually drop glass bottles, glowstone, and redstone, which actually you can be crafted into a super potion and used to heal these guys. So it's basically like a self-supplying farm, as well as you can probably sell all the goodies as well as super potions, glowstone, redstone. You pretty much got everything. So very, very OP farm. Alrighty, so coming in at number 8, we have Geodudes. Now these guys are pretty cool. You guys all know what a ore generator is, usually done with lava and water. But these guys do it themselves. They actually spawn the ores themselves, as you can see, depending on what evolution line they are, or how many corresponds to how many ores they actually place. I think golden is the max and it places 4. But as you can see, it places coal and stone, or not stone, cobblestone, iron. I think the occasional diamond and emerald, which are not that common, which unfortunately kind of sucks and is why they're so low on the list. But still, OP nonetheless. You get building blocks. Coal and iron are traded with villagers to gain emeralds. So very, very, very cool Pokemon. Obviously, you got some shiny versions like this, and then I think the stats do play a little bit into the into how good they are and how much ores they actually spawn. But nonetheless, they are very OP Pokemon and probably a necessity on the server. So the next 3 spots are actually pretty much all the same kind of Pokemon. They are all grass starter types, which are pretty cool. I don't know what I'm going to rank the order just yet, but we have, coming at number 7, we have Chikorita. We have Chikorita, Bayleaf, and Meganium. So what they actually do, let's go ahead and give an example. We get anything that can be planted, besides saplings, or I don't know if it's anything. I think a couple things. I don't know, crops for sure can be planted. But yeah, Chikorita just places down crops, and then the other guys are actually doing the rest of it. He just places down. The difference between the evolution lines is just how much they can actually place down. So as you can see, I think Meganium has a little bit bigger inventory, not by much, but the reason he's coming at number 7 is because planting seeds is actually fairly easy. So that's why he's below the other 2 grass starters. But then coming at number 6, we actually have TREECKO, or a Grovyle or Sceptile. This is a Sceptile. As you can see, he has an inventory. And just kind of like Chikorita, how he plants the seeds, Sceptile actually harvests the seeds. And obviously he has some stats, and you can see his level and XP and stuff like that. In his border, which is pretty useful. You gotta be mindful of that. But then we have Grovyle and TREECKO pretty much do the same thing. I think just a little bit smaller inventory. But then again, with the flick of a button, crops are pretty easy to harvest. So that's why I ranked him at number 6. Coming in at number 5, we have the first ever, I think he's the first Pokemon in the Pokédex. We have Bulbasaur. Bulbasaur is pretty cool. He actually has no interactable things besides show borders and withdraw. So what he does is grow any type of growable block. So a pumpkin, sugarcane, I think. Don't quote me to that one. I think trees, crops, pretty much anything that requires a tick rate to grow. I think it just kind of speeds that up. I'm not too sure. I know obviously he works with the farms, so I'm kind of speaking in that sense. But he's a great replacement to AFKing and Bone Meal. So he's pretty OP. Combined him with all 3 of these Pokemon, which is why they're on this list. And kind of, you may be wondering why these grass things are on the list. It is because with all 3 of these guys, you actually gain a lot of crops. Well, more importantly, wheat, potatoes, and carrots. Which, if you guys haven't seen my last video, we go ahead and trade those with farmers to get emeralds, which is a very OP, fast way to get iron level and money. So, coming in at number 4, we have another Pokemon, which is pretty cool, obviously. We're getting to the higher tiers of the list. It is actually a legendary Pokemon, a Lugia. This one is actually a shiny Lugia, but I think just the IVs are a little bit better. I think it actually evolves, and I don't think I've ever actually seen the evolution of a Lugia, but I think it evolves into Shadow Lugia, which is pretty cool, which I think just increased the stats maybe, make it a little bit better. I'm not actually too sure. I haven't played around with these too much. Let me know if I should build a huge iron golem farm. Maybe we can build like the biggest one on the server or something like that. Who knows? Anyways, what they do is actually farm iron, which is actually not that useful. I think besides trading, kind of just placing it. It's a very useful block, actually. That kind of lied, but in this version of PokeFind Skyblock is actually not that good, which is why it's not quite at the top of the list, but still very high. So, coming in at number 3, we actually have yet another legendary Pokemon. Obviously, legendary Pokemon are the coolest. They are actually probably some of the most expensive Pokemon, so they're obviously ranked pretty high on the list. But Mewtwo deserves his place at number 3. He has a lot of interactable features. Obviously, you can show his borders, you got his stats, level, and experience, and then you can withdraw him. It's kind of like how Ghastly spawns mobs. Mewtwo actually kills mobs. So I have it just kind of set to Gunpowder, Rotten Flesh, String right now. I don't know why I have it set to this, but he also gains mob heads, which are very important for buying spawners. And as well as to all that, he actually has an Acclaim Experience button. So, as Mewtwo is working, he's killing all these mobs. I'm not sure how fast he's going to work. He's been killing some mobs. I don't think not every single one, so he kills some of them, but not all of them. But he's been gaining some experience. So as you can see, if I go and click experience gain, I gained 1100 XP. So that's pretty good. Gained a couple levels. But it's a very OP source of level experience, as well as items, money. You can actually trade some of the items with villagers to gain emeralds. So very OP Pokemon. And then coming in number 2, what could it be? It is the old number 1 contender. This guy used to be so OP, it wasn't even a question. But this season Skyblock, they decided to nerf it a little bit, which is why it fell down, I think, a level. But Rhyhorn, Rhydon, and I think Rhyperior is out, but I haven't got to that. Let me know if I should get a Rhyperior. But yeah, Rhyhorn, basically, kind of like Geodudes, how they spawn the ores in Cobble. Rhyhorn actually mines them, so basically, together, these guys are kind of OP, but I don't really use it that much, hence why it's at number 2 now. But it's still OP. It is still a very good way of gaining emeralds, diamonds. It could be traded with villagers for emeralds, so he's a very OP Pokemon. He is very underrated Pokemon, I think, nowadays, but he is not as good as he once was. And so, overtaking Rhydon's place as number 1, we have the new OP Pokemon. As you can see in here, we have the Dragon Legion in here. I don't know what to call it, but we have a bunch of Aerodactyls in here. These guys are so OP that we have maximized their efficiency to the peak, kind of. So he's basically like a Mewtwo killing mobs, but what he does and how he's so unique is he kills specific mobs. He can't actually kill a whole array of mobs. He can only kill one specific mob. You have to select the target, and then we have creepers, mainly because if you check in the shop, gunpowder sells for the most out of any other kind of mob drop, so it is a very easy source of money. Anyways, we found a way to maximize that using Aerodactyls. This is a prehistoric Pokemon and can only take down one selected target at a time. They do not gain experience, but they will gain a lot more drops than a Mewtwo. So they're a little bit better than a Mewtwo, but I don't think by much. I think it getting a lot of drops, especially a lot of gunpowder, is fairly OP. Especially if you have a lot of creeper spawners. As you can see, it's pretty OP. You also get creeper heads, which again is used to buy more creeper spawners, so pretty OP. Obviously, we're using more Delibirds, and a lot of these farms use Delibirds, which is why I stuck him at number 10. Lol. Aerodactyl easily deserves his place at number 1. He gains me so much money. I think my whole entire bank account from not donations came from an Aerodactyl farm, so that is why I stuck him at number 1. Alrighty, guys, so that is going to do it for the episode. Hopefully you all enjoyed. I know I did. I know there's a couple Pokemon that may be coming out soon, like Chansey or stuff like that, so those may be added to the list. Also, let me know what you guys would like to see PokeFind add as a Pokemon. Maybe like a teleporter Pokemon, where if you right-click it, it will teleport you to a said location around the island. That would be pretty cool. Or I know Chansey's coming out, how it actually heals Pokemon for you. You don't actually have to right-click every time it dies. Maybe it does it for you. That'd be pretty cool. But yeah, let me know what you guys would like to see in PokeFind Skyblock. Maybe the devs will see this and maybe they'll add some of it. So, but yes, that's gonna be it, guys. Hopefully you'll enjoy. This is Trev signing out. Peace.